Welcome to the Classy Career Girl podcast. I'm your host, Anna Runyon, founder and CEO of Classy Career Girl, one of Forbes' most influential career sites. This is a podcast for a community of women who want to turn their passions into work they love. You'll learn how to become happy, successful, and balanced with class, skill, and style. We believe that you can create your future. So stop delaying your great life. Go put yourself out there. You can have your great life and career right now. Hello, everyone. It is Anna Runyon. I am excited to be back on the podcast today with a much better voice than last week. So thanks for sticking around with me. I'm excited to talk about one of my favorite topics and a topic I always get asked about: social media. Specifically, a lot of the content I'm going over on the podcast in these coming months is for aspiring coaches. So I do want to talk about specifically social media secrets for coaching. So if you are becoming a coach, if you do consulting, if you do coaching, I help career coaches launch profitable and successful businesses. And marketing is something I love helping my coaches do. So when I first started with social media, it was very different than what it is today. So when I started, my first social media post was probably in 2010 or 2011, because I started my blog in 2010 as an anonymous blog. And then 6 months later, came out with my name and my headshot and became a real person, because I was afraid that my employer was going to find out. But eventually I didn't care, and I was just like, I'm just going to put myself out there and do the thing that I know that I want to do long term. And so my first social media was Twitter and eventually a Facebook page. So that was all that was around back then. And then I did a weekly blog post. I also did teleseminars. So this was like before the days of like webinars, before the days of Zoom, before the days of like even going live on social media was an option. I tell you this because you have it easy. So do not have a block of like, oh, it's so hard to do social media right now. It's so hard to get in front of my ideal clients. Your ideal clients are waiting for you on social media. You have it so much easier than I had it. You can, with a click of a button, go live on social media. You can, with a click of a button, set up a Zoom call to get people interested in what you have and to do a training or a webinar. You have it so easy. So if you think social media is hard, the first thing we need to do is change your mindset. Your possibilities are endless in 2024 to put yourself out there in front of your ideal market and to get more clients as a coach. I can look right now and find my market in like 2 minutes on Instagram, even less than two minutes. Your market is already following other people on social media. And so it's very, very simple to have a very quick strategy to find your ideal clients, to go look at other accounts that have similar clients that you have. The example I always give is a brand that's very close to Classy Career Girl is Career Contessa. And I actually know the founder, and I've had her on my podcast before. And so we have very similar brands. We sell very different things. So we have very different offers. So we're not necessarily competitors, but we have the same ideal clients, professional women who care about their careers. And so I can go onto Career Contessa's Instagram account. I can see who follows their account, and I know they're probably my ideal clients who are going to want to follow Classy Career Girl as well. I can go see who's commenting and liking their recent posts, and I can engage with them as well too. I can engage on Career Contessa's posts. I can also go find them, specifically the people that are engaging on Career Contessa's posts, and I can start interacting on their profiles and start to stand out on social media. That is a free strategy that I just gave you for aspiring coaches to get in front of your ideal clients on Instagram. It's not complicated. Now, that is an engagement strategy. So it's really important as a coach that we're using social media to get in front of our ideal clients. But today, I also want to provide tips and advice on content creation, more engagement strategies, and then figuring out what platform to pick out as well. The first part of doing social media, though, is your prep work. So before you even start posting, we want to make sure we know what your purpose is, what your why is. Why are you starting this coaching business? Why do you want to grow your coaching business? The coaches I work with want to help people. They want to impact people. Most of the coaches that I work with have been coaching for years and just not getting paid. So they're constantly being asked for help and they're giving help. They just have never had it as a business. And now this is the year that they really want to make it their business. And so you have to know what you're leading to when you do a post on social media, what you're selling long term, what your goals are for the year. That's why I highly recommend everyone do my annual planning workshop that we do every single year. You can still purchase that on our website. You have to know where you're going and what your mission is. Why are you doing this business? Because ultimately, we want to lead them to your why. We want to lead them to that impact. We want to help and serve more people. And so sometimes it's like you wake up and you're like, I got to post something on social media. What should I post? I've had this happen as well. It's like, oh, I got to post. I got to post. What should I post? And you can have this block of not knowing what you should post if you aren't passionate about your purpose and why, if you don't know what that bigger picture is. And so usually for me, I know what it's leading to. I always want to know either it's leading to my purpose or my mission. I have that bigger impact mission that I want to make with my brand on social media, or it's leading to some sort of product or service that I'm promoting at that time. And it's really important then once you know what that bigger purpose is, why you're posting. You're posting not to become famous or a celebrity. You're posting to get in front of your ideal clients. You're posting to help more people. You're posting to grow your business, to reach your goals and to help other people reach their goals. So this is all about helping and serving. Now, when it comes to creating your social media plan, usually where we start with our coaches is we create their 10K monthly plan to get to six figures by the end of the year. That's usually the goal that I work with my coaches so that we know what we're selling. We know what we're leading to. So they know the offers and the pricing for the year that we're getting into. And now we have a plan. It's a lot easier to figure out your social media plan when we know what that social media is for, what it's leading them to, your coaching services. And then we normally start with a digital product as a launch to put themselves out there, put our coaches out there, launching some sort of digital product, launching some sort of live workshop on a topic that they could probably teach about in their sleep, because it's something that they've been helping people do for a long, long time. And so now we're just putting it together as a digital product so that they can have that passive income coming in. So we have a launch date. We have something that we're working towards. This is very important. You need a launch event. A common mistake is not having anything in your social media plan that you're working towards. I will tell you right now, March 12th, right now, is the date I am working towards. I can't tell you all the details yet, but something is coming on March 12th. So everything I'm posting today, I'm recording this on January 23rd. Everything I'm posting all this month of January, all the month of February is leading towards March 12th. So when I wake up in the morning and I have that 15 minutes to do my posts, I'm very clear on the type of content I need to be posting because it's all leading towards that goal of what I'm selling and my launch event. So I have to give a big shout out to Stu McLaren's membership experience course for helping me get clarity on these types of launch plans I'm going to go over with you right now and the big picture of your launch. So everything changed for me. I took his first course back in 2016. The first time he launched it, it was called Tribe. It was the very first time I was in that first round. And so ever since 2016, when I first took that course, I've planned my social media with this structure in mind. And now I help our coaches do this as well. So let me give you the two types of content for social media that you should be planning around. The first one is connection content. So that is when you get out your Google Calendar or whatever calendar you use and you start putting in that types of content that you want to post through your launch event. So for me, it was brainstorming a big list of post content that I want to do, stories about my story, about my startup story, about my mission, my purpose, why I'm doing this. I'm not selling anything. It's January. I am in connection content phase. I'm not selling anything. I'm just relating to you. I'm just building a trust. I'm building a relationship. I'm sharing my story. I know what it's like to be a new coach and to want to scale your business and not know how. I have been there. I've been a new mom trying to figure out how to juggle business and a baby and try and be superwoman. Like I've done it all. And so I'm just creating like that connection content. I've been burnt out in my day job, and I've been had to work all weekend and just been super stressed. I've had to take calls at my lunch break, doing informational interviews, trying to make a career change. I built my business in 15 minutes a day as a side hustle, blogging on the weekends. So so many stories I have that I love sharing during this kind of like phase of a launch. And then the next phase, then I will be doing next month as we approach our March 12th date, awareness content. That is content about why someone needs your product. So if you're a career coach and you sell a resume product or you sell resume coaching, why does someone need your coaching on resume tips? Why do they need a resume? What are they missing? What are they doing wrong? Why do they need to work with a career coach? What steps are your clients making that they are missing right now? And what are your client results and stories that you have? This is all awareness content. And so you can see it's very strategic. When I wake up, I have that plan. I know, okay, at this point in my launch, I'm doing connection content. At this point in my launch, I'm doing awareness content. So if I was a new career coach starting out, here's the social media plan that I would be using. This is what I teach my coaches to do as well when they're leading up to that launch event, that live workshop launch, that when they're putting themselves out there for the first time. This is the social media plan that I teach them. The first thing is we post one time per week. I always say Monday. Let's just start creating our own content on Monday before we start consuming everyone else's content. So wake up Monday morning and put your first post out there. Make it connection content. Tell your story. Story. Tell your story about why you're starting this business. Why are you so passionate about this topic? Why are you so passionate about coaching and helping people and making an impact? And what have you learned that you want to help other people with? There's so many stories. Like, brainstorm 10 to 15 minutes about your mission and your purpose and the stories that you have and why this is important for you. The second thing, on Wednesday, then we'll post awareness content. So awareness content, we're going to tell people why they need your product, what they're missing, what they're doing wrong, why this is important, what mistakes that they're making. We're sharing results. We're sharing stories as well of people that you've helped, and making people aware that you have a service, you have a product, and you know how to help people. This is where you build that confidence and you show your confidence, because you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you can help people and make people aware that you have the result that they're looking for. The third type of post, on a Friday, so we'll do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 times a week posts. If we're just starting out, we must weekly do some sort of live video or recorded video. Right now for me, I'm doing a weekly podcast. I'm not actually doing a video. I am doing a podcast every single week on Classy Career Girl Podcast. You will see a podcast being released. And that is because where I'm at in my life right now, we're traveling around Europe, and I don't exactly know what the days are going to look like with the 3 kids and homeschool and all the things. Recording a video without an interruption is very, very hard right now. Podcast, a little bit easier. So that's why I've transitioned at this time in my business. I'm doing weekly podcasts. I'm hoping to jump on some lives, and I will be over the next coming weeks. They probably won't be scheduled. They will be done when I have a free moment. Maybe it'll be in the morning before kids wake up. Maybe it'll be at night after kids go to bed. I'm not quite sure yet, but I do want to add that into my weekly structure, a weekly live video content. But if you can just do audio or a weekly blog post, that is great. At least we're starting with something. Like I said, when I started in 2010, I did not do video because video was not easy to do like it is today. I could not turn on a live Instagram live or YouTube live or any of the things. And so I just did a weekly blog post and built my community that way. So whatever is easiest, if you like, if you would prefer to, have a recorded video and not go live, that's fine. Record it and then share it around. I had a client just earlier today send me her video. One of our coaches in our certification program, she sent me her video and said, "What do you think of this? Should I post it?" And I said, "Yes, post it ASAP. Post it on Facebook, post it on your Facebook page, post it on LinkedIn, post it on YouTube." And then she was asking if she should, change it to make it a reel and edit it. And I wouldn't edit it. I would just record it, and then post it. And so if you want to make a reel, we can just record, you can record that straight on Instagram as well and shorten it. So her video was like 5 to 10 minutes, which is a little bit too long for like an Instagram reel. So I told her then summarize it, take like your 5 minutes, summarize it into 30 seconds, and do a very short Instagram reel. And so that's how you can kind of take some of the content that you do and start to post it on different platforms. But at least one time per week with a live video or a recorded video. If you can't do video like me, a weekly podcast or a weekly blog post, somewhere where we're answering a common question from your market or teaching one part of your product. And so then you want to also make sure at the end of that video, you're sharing how they can work with you, how they can book a call to speak to you about how they can solve their problems, how they can join your digital product or your live workshop, how they can opt in and get your free planner or roadmap or whatever it is that's the next step in your sales funnel. This is also a great time to give a sneak peek of your product. So a common issue I see is that people are scared. They don't know what to talk about when they're doing their Instagram live or their Facebook live. So one of the things I teach our coaches is that when they come up with that digital product that they're going to sell, or we do a live workshop, we turn it into a digital product. So very similar to my annual 2024 planning workshop. If you join that, that was done live for 90 minutes. And then we turn it into a digital product and I sell it all year round. So the work on me is the 90 minutes, right? But I sell tickets for 2 months before that. And then I sell the recording all throughout the next year. And so that's what I recommend our coaches do as well. Do that live workshop, turn it into a digital product, and then you have something to sell. And this is why you do not need a website to start a business. What I do recommend is having a sales page. I want you to be selling something. I want you to be practicing promoting yourself, promoting this product that you have, because that puts you into the spot where you're starting to serve. You're starting to show people the knowledge you have, and you're building up that confidence of starting to sell. And you're showing people that you have an expertise. When you show them that sales page, they know, oh, this is how this coach can help me. Now I understand her specialization. I see her bio. I see these social proof testimonials. I see now how she can help me. But when you don't have that sales page and you don't have that product that you're launching, I don't know how you can help me as a coach. A coach or a career coach or life coach is very broad. I want you to get specific with your specialization by creating a digital product that only you can create, bring all that experience and background. It's probably on a product that you could teach about in your sleep because you're so passionate about that topic. And it's really going to help people in the 90 minutes. When you have that product, then we can just take the different parts of that product and do Facebook Lives or Instagram Lives on them. And that makes it super easy. Because like I said, you're passionate about this. You have stories to tell about this. You've seen people make mistakes about this. If you're a coach, you want to make an impact, and you can do this very naturally when you're helping and serving people. And so we just take parts of your product and then we just do Instagram Lives, Facebook Lives. It's a sneak peek of your product. At the end, you can say, if you want more of this type of content, I'm doing a whole workshop with these bonuses, and there's an early bird discount and all of the things after that. So you can see how this structure, as a brand new coach, your social media plan, it's very simple. We do not overcomplicate this. You can keep this super simple, 3 posts a week, Monday connection content, Wednesday awareness content, and a Friday a video. That's it. 3 posts per week. Keep it simple. You can post it on Instagram and share it to your Instagram stories. You can do whatever is easy for you. Like, what social media platform do you feel is the best place for you to start that you know your ideal clients are on? I recommend Instagram if you're trying to figure out where to start, just because, like I mentioned in the beginning, it's fairly simple to find your ideal clients on Instagram. So that's a great place to start. But you can also very easily do this with LinkedIn. You can do it on a Facebook page. Start somewhere with something simple. Just post a post, just do a post. On Instagram, you can do a carousel. If reels feel too complicated or videos, don't worry about that. put some photos together. You could put some music to it if you want. Don't overthink it. Like even my client who was asking me, like, is this video okay? The video was incredible. The video was amazing. And so sometimes we overthink this so much, but we're not going to know if it works until we put it out there, until we see the response from the market. You can even use Canva to make a reel with text if you don't even want to put your photo out there. That's totally fine. You can upload it if you don't want to use your face. Whatever's easy, whatever works, put that first thing out there. The most important thing is you press publish. I did this in 2010 when I was first starting the blog. I was not a very good writer. I learned as I went about writing and grammar and spelling and all of the things. There were a lot of errors, but I just pressed publish every week. And the more I blogged, the better I got. So it doesn't have to be perfect. My best Instagram posts are the ones I try the least on. You spend a lot of time on an Instagram post, it's probably going to be a dead post, is what I've learned. The best ones are the ones I just throw up and like I have very limited time. I've got to get it up really fast and I just put it up and go do, things with the family and then come back to a viral post, right? A ton of comments. So what works best for me right now is just a very simple text carousel post where I use my notes app. I just type some stuff up. It's unbranded, but it gets the most traction. So I stick to what works. It might not be the prettiest post ever, but it's the one that gets the most engagement. And so, the other ones that have done really well are just like a simple list over a video that my husband recorded of a coffee cup and it goes viral. Like you would never have thought that just this random list over a video of a coffee cup, but that's the one that did it. So spend less time on it, put more content up because that's how you are going to figure out what's working. I just had one of our career coaches, Caitlin, she just had a viral reel that just got 1 million views on Instagram. And she said, keep posting, keep posting. Like I've been seeing her post every single day. She just keeps posting and posting reels and like testing and see what works. And finally she got one that's just been viral. And she's having so many comments and she's been here. Now she's reached out to me like, what do I do next? There's so many new people. She went from 200 followers to 12,000 followers just with that one reel. So spend less time, put more content out to see what works and see what's going to get you the most engagement. Treat every post as a test. It doesn't have to be perfect. If it works, then try more like that. So I'm always looking at my data, at my insights on Instagram. If I have a reel that works really well, then I'll turn that into a carousel post and vice versa. So those are some ways that you can use social media as a new coach. I always say just help one person every day. You never know who is watching. Always tell people to engage. Always tell people at the bottom how to comment. Don't just post and say, this is great, do this. Then say how you want them to comment. Keep them commenting. The more the algorithm will get into show to others when they see that you're getting a lot of comments and likes. So you never know which post will go viral. You just have to post a lot 3 times per week. Using this structure is a great, great place to start. So just to summarize, prep work before you start posting. You want to go back to your purpose, go back to your why, spend 10 minutes just kind of journaling, figuring out why you're doing this, getting excited for all the people you're about to support and help this year. And then create your plan where you're going to start to post that connection content, that awareness content, to do a weekly video or a weekly live, and just focus on serving. Just focus on helping one person every day because you never know who is watching. So I'm excited to continue helping you build your career coaching business. I'm working on something. I'm not ready to announce it yet, but I already told you the date, March 12th. Save the date, March 12th. You'll definitely want to join me for some extra special training I've actually never done before, specifically for career coaches to help them get started, build their business, launch, get out there with the first steps that they need to get their business started. So keep listening to the podcast and you will learn more Make sure you also are on my email list as well. We're sending out lots of great helpful tips for coaches who want to get started. So make sure you register on our email list. The best way to do that is just to get our free 90-day planner. If you haven't done the free 90-day planner, now is the time to do that. And you can get that at classycareergirl.com/free plan. And I'll see you next week.